Hello everyone. I want to talk to you today about Seint Cream Makeup Starter Collections. So if you are new to Seint and you would like to give this a try, a starter collection is going to be the way to go because you're going to save some money. If you buy this together, what I'm going to show you as a package, you're going to save about $20 rather than buying all these pieces individually. So what are you going to get in a starter collection? This is one of our palettes. This is a size 4 palette because it holds 4 tins, and you're going to get 4 tins. This is magnetized. So when you get your tins, they are going to look like, put this back on here, they're going to come to you like this, and you're going to slide off that cover, and it goes right into your palette. Like I said, it's magnetized, and it's going to slide in just like that. It doesn't fall out. So, like I said, this is a starter collection kit. This is level 5. So we have 12 different levels for both cool toned, warm toned, light to dark. Level 5 is a medium toned, cool toned kit. This first color is the main shade, and this one is called Sandy. The second color you're going to get in level 5 is called Candlelit. And Candlelit is going to be your brightener. And then you're going to get a contour. And this contour is Astoria. So I'm going to pop that in here. And then the fourth color you get in your kit is going to be a lip and cheek color. And this one is Sandstone. Now, Sandstone is a beautiful color for all medium toned skin ladies. And this is a great color for fall. So if you're watching me and you know that fall is coming down the road and you'd like to try Seint makeup, level 5 kit, medium toned, cool tone, is for you. Like I said, if you're lighter skinned or darker skinned, or if you're more warmer skin toned, we've got a match for you as well. So in addition to getting the palette and your 4 colors, you're also going to get the 3D cream makeup brush. So let's get busy into application. All of these colors here are meant to go on our face in one layer. That's right, one layer. In the past, we've had our color correctors, we've had our brighteners, we've had our blush, contours, our main shade, and we'd put layer on top of layer on top of layer. For mature skin ladies, we don't want to do that. We have developed fine lines and wrinkles, and we want to disguise some of those things, and we don't want to emphasize them any further. And so we need to keep our makeup to a minimum, and we're going to do all in one layer. So all of these colors have a certain place. And that's what we want to do first, is put them in their specific places. Our faces are not flat, so we're not going to take our main shade and go all over our face with our main shade. We're going to specifically place our colors. Now, when you place these colors, you can use your finger, which is what I'm going to do for a couple of the colors. And you can also use your brush. This one brush you can use for all of these colors, and you don't have to go cleaning it off or anything like that. It's all going to come together beautifully. So let's start with our brightener. I'll just use the brush right now. This is the 3D brush meant specifically for cream makeup. There's kind of a pointed end right here and more of a blunt end, very soft bristles. Go with the pointed side. I'm going to tap in lightly, no swiping and swirling. You want to pick up minimal product. So we just tap in, and I'm going to place my brightener where I want light to reflect off of my face. Where I have the light reflect off my face is what people are going to notice. So I go on the inner corner and the outer corner of my eyes, and then right down the center of my face. That is what the light's going to reflect off of, and that is what people are going to notice. I want people to notice my eyes. I want people to notice me, my face right here in the middle. It's also going to give me that glow that we're looking for. Once I have placed my brightener, and you could also use your brightener for your eyelids if you want as a primer, or you can use your main shade to do that as well. Notice that I did not put my brightener directly underneath my eyes. As mature ladies, that's where we develop our crepiness, fine lines, start to get some sagging bagginess, and we don't want the brightener there because that's reflecting the light and people are going to notice that area. So let's diminish that by putting in just our main shade directly underneath. Now I'm going to go into my contour, and I'll use my finger to that to show you that it's the same process. Tap in, and where do you want your contour to go? your contour creates shadow and creates dimension. Like I said, our faces are not flat. Our faces are meant to have dimension, and we're going to work with that dimension. So where I put the darker color now is not going to reflect the light. It's going to cause my face to recede. So I like to put it above, up here at my hairline, just to give my forehead more of a curve back there, so it's not just sticking out. A very key area is to go underneath my cheekbone to make it look like I have a cheekbone. And you're going to hear this word a lot with me, is angle up. So as we mature, our faces start to sag, and we want to angle up to give it lift. So find that hard bone, your cheekbone, and then directly underneath that bone, starting on the outer portion of your eye, you're going to angle up that contour. On the other side, find my cheekbone. Directly underneath that bone is where I want to create the shadow. Outer corner of the eye, angle up. I'm going to tap it a little bit more, and you can carry it all the way up to your hairline. Now notice, I have not blended anything, but look how just having that blotchy shadow right now is creating a lift and a cheekbone. I love that illusion. Now underneath here, if you have saggy jowls, if you have a double chin, let's take some of that contour, and underneath, we're not going to take it away, but we're going to disguise it by putting a shadow underneath that area. Like I said, you can do it underneath your chin as well. For me, I just need to do it underneath my jawline. Now, another really fun place to put it, and all these places, remember, are optional, is to take your two pinkies. I'm going to put some product on my pinky, tap them together, and then I'm going to put my pinkies really close together and come down both sides the ridge of my nose. Do not bring it out this way. Keep it right next to the ridge of your nose, and this is going to give the illusion of a thinner nose. Now we're going to be blending all this real soon, so stick with me. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to put in our main shade. So I've applied the brightener, I've applied my contour where I want to create some shadow. Now I'm going to go into my main shade, which is Sandy in level 5. I can use my finger to do this, or I can use my brush. I'm going to flip over my brush and do the broad side now. Tap, tap, tap. Remember, less is best, less is more. And I'm just going to tap in my main shade where I have not put any other color yet. So in between the bright and the dark. Just tap into place. Now, why are we not swiping and swirling? The reason we don't do that is, number one, we don't want to pick up a lot of product in the tin. Second, as mature ladies, we already have a lot of texture going on in our face. And as we mature, we're going to get more and more texture. When we swipe on our faces, we add to that texture. What we want to do now is tap. We're going to keep those colors in place, and we are going to just tap it out. And as you can see, as you're tapping, and you can use either end of your brush, doesn't matter, we're just softening up those edges. I'm not moving it around at all. It's a one-layer makeup. Where I put the dark stays. Where I put the light stays. Tapping out the nose. You can flip over your brush to get into those tighter spots. I'm going to pick up a little bit more of my main shade and go over my eyelid because I hadn't done that yet. Just tap and blend. I'm going to save that cheek right there for the end. Now, one place where you might want to do some swiping, in fact, you'll probably need to a little bit, is underneath here, because we want that to blend down into our neck so we don't get that makeup line. We want to keep it blended and smoothed out. So I'm just tapping and dragging it down a little bit just to add a little bit of shadow down there. And tap. So this makeup, this cream makeup, it's going to warm up to your skin as you wear it. It's going to move with your skin all day long. We are going to set it in place when we're done. So with cream makeup, you do need to set it in place because it softens up on your face. It, like I said, it's going to stay all day long. And because because we are using such a small amount, it's going to feel so good on the skin. This makeup has beeswax in it, and if you look up the benefits of beeswax on skin, you're going to see a lot of great things. It's like I forget. It's really good for your skin. It prevents, I'm at a loss. I can't remember. But feel free to look that up. Beeswax is very good for your skin. I don't want you to take my word for it. Just go ahead and look it up if you're interested. But the beeswax in it is helps seals in the moisture of your face as well. Now, I still have that contour there. If you want to, you can tap in your contour right now. So I'll do that on one side, just to show you. And notice that I'm tapping up at an angle. Keep everything at an angle to lift that up. So see that shadow there? I've just blended out the edges. I've softened it up. It's very natural looking, but it just lifts my face. Now I will take my blush, my lip and cheek color. This is Sandstone. Remember, this is level 5. Level 5 is medium tone, cool tone skin. Tap in, and I'm going to place that blush directly above the contour. It's like the contour and the blush are hugging each other. And notice I'm coming up at an angle. And now I can just tap that in. And this is just going to give me a little bit of color. Sandstone is perfect for the fall. So if you're looking to try this makeup for this next few coming months, this is a great color to get you started. Now, if you are a darker skin tone, you're going to get different colors, lighter skin tone, different colors. Sandstone is right in the medium toned. All of the colors are absolutely beautiful. Now on the other side, before I blend in my contour, I'm just going to go ahead and put the color in right now of Sandstone. Look how they're touching. So they're hugging each other and they're both going up at an angle. And then I'll take my brush and start tapping and blending, just softening up the edges, no swiping. This tapping is going to give me more of an airbrushed finish. And tap it out and blend it out. So there you go. There's my coverage, level 5, medium toned, cool toned skin. We have a palette, a starter collection where you can save some money. You get all of this right here for $20 off. It's a really good deal. Now, what else can I do with these colors? One of the things that's very valuable in this palette is this contour. I like to use the contour also to fill in my brows, because your contour at your skin tone level is going to probably match up with your natural eyebrow color. This is just a little spoolie brush, nothing fancy. I'm just tapping into my contour to pick up a little bit of color. Because it has beeswax in it, it's going to keep those stray hairs in place. And what I'm doing is I'm filling in the gaps of where there's no hairs. And if you have gray hairs like I do, I'm covering up those gray hairs. I'm giving myself some eyebrows, and your eyebrows is what frames your eyes. And then I also like to take that contour, tap my finger into it, and give my eyes a lift as well, and a little bit of dimension. So I primed the eyes with my main shade. You can also do that with your brightener. I'm going to take my contour and I'm going to tap just on the outer 1/3 of the eye. And I'm going on top of the eyelid all the way up towards the brow bone, and I'm coming up at an angle. So I'm giving dimension to my eye, and I'm also giving it lift. See the difference? And it's very natural looking, very natural. So I'm going to balance it out here. Notice I'm just tapping outer 1/3 of the eye, eyelid all the way up to the brow bone. Now I'm carrying it up to the brow bone for the lift, and also because of hooded eyes. So I have this layer of skin that falls over my eyelid. Most women do. And so extending that color up towards the brow bone is what helps with the lift. This contour color right here can also be used as a lip liner. So using a lip liner of a darker color adds fullness to our lips. And even though it looks really dark, it's not going to look goth or anything like that. And for mature women, we need usually some more fullness to our lips, because as we age, we lose that pigment, that color in our lips, and our lips also start to thin because we're losing some of the fat in the lips. So I just have a fine edged brush here. All the brushes I use here are from Seint, and I'm just going to line my lips, and I'm going to stick just to the outer edge of my lip line. So one nice thing about lining lips is it's also going to help with the lip bleeding. So if you put on a darker color and then it starts to bleed out into those fine lines that we all have, if you line your lips, it's going to help prevent that. And when I line my lips, I do not come all the way out to the corners, because then it kind of gives you a droopy appearance, and we want to lift. So if you put your tool in your mouth like that, keep the lining only where you can see your lips. Now I use my contour because our contour is a thicker consistency than our highlights. Just carry it down underneath. Get a little bit of your Cupid's bow up there for a little bit of shape. And then I take my finger and I just like to press it in, just to kind of hold it in there. And then you can take any lip color, any lipstick, whatever you have, or your lip and cheek color. Go right over the top for your lip color. Now, this lip color, like most lip colors, is not going to last all day. Your makeup's going to last all day, but your lip color is not going to, because we're drinking coffee and water and eating and talking and all that kind of stuff. But it will give you a good start to the day. There you go. This is our starter kit. Now, what you'll need to purchase on the side to keep this makeup in place is some type of setting spray or setting powder. As a mature woman, I prefer a setting spray, because the setting powder gives me more of a matte appearance, which is a drying appearance, and I don't want the dryness. But if that works best for you, simply keep using your setting powder. I like to use a setting spray. So Seint does sell a setting spray, which I really like, but there are less expensive ones that work just as well. So this is the brand called Elf. You can get this at Walmart, Target, anywhere. And I just give it a couple shakes. Mist it over my face. Give that a chance to dry. Only takes a minute or two. And then I will feel my face, and it'll feel good. If you've applied too much makeup, you will know, because your skin will feel very tacky. But once that setting spray is dry, if you've applied just the right amount, you've kept it to a minimum, one layer, just like what I did, your face will feel very smooth and very good.